Fandom, how's it going? Today we are reviewing Batman Earth 1 Volume 2, written by Geoff Johns and art by Gary Frank. So let's get into it. I've talked ad nauseum about Geoff Johns' career throughout these videos that I've done on my channel. You know, the guy's written basically everything under the sun, from Justice League to his monumental Green Lantern run. And a few years ago he decided, I'm going to do this kind of one-shot graphic novel series called Batman Earth 1. It's set in a totally different continuity, so you don't have to be fluent in Batman. You don't need to know all the years of his history or anything like that. It's a really fun read. What's great about the Earth 1 line is that, like I said, you don't really need to know Batman's continuity. In the first volume that came out a few years ago, basically took Batman's origin story and he took certain elements of it and he flipped it on its head. That was really the best part, where you see that Batman's gadgets don't always work. He's not that great of a detective. And one of the first shots in the first volume was that, you know how Batman always makes the jump from building to building? He didn't make the jump, he actually falls in a garbage can. Another huge departure in this versus the regular Batman continuity is that Alfred is very much pro-gun in this. He tells him throughout the entire series, hey, you need a gun. You're gonna get killed out there. You need better body armor. Why are you wearing spandex? That stuff does not protect you, and I love it. Because when you think about it, Alfred served in the military. He was a military medic. He would be pro-gun. He would be pro these things. Johns definitely does play with the Alfred and Batman dynamic in this series, and he makes Alfred such a badass that I really love him, and it continues on in this storyline here, where the ramifications of some of the choices that Alfred made in the first volume have come to fruition here, where the death of Oswald Cobblepot has actually created kind of this power struggle inside of Gotham City, where these 5 rival gang leaders are trying to take over Gotham. Turns out that the gang leaders are actually corrupt officials, and what's really cool about this is that on top of the gang war that's going on, there is somebody out there that is killing people and leaving question marks all over the place. And at this point, you probably already knew who the bad guy is, unless you're really not familiar with Batman's mythology. But it's really cool what Geoff Johns does with the Riddler in this story, how he plays with your expectations a little bit, because the Riddler in this is different from your traditional Riddler, and it was kind of a really cool, shocking moment of how that plays out, and I'm not going to tell you what it is here. The highlight of this story was definitely the Killer Croc confrontation, because you think it's going to go one way, but it definitely goes the other way. And again, what Geoff Johns loves to do in this series is that he likes to take your expectations and he flips them on its ear. And I'm not going to give away how the fight goes down, but it left me going, huh, that was a really cool way that you ended that. Let's talk about the art on this for a moment, and Gary Frank's art on this is beautiful. It's a shame that we only get one of these about every 2 years. Seriously guys, 2 years? I'm dying already for Volume 3 after finishing this one. But Gary Frank's pencils look great, and if you're a fan of Greg Capullo, this is kind of the polar opposite of that, where Capullo's style is more cartoony. This is definitely more realistic, and it definitely fits this universe more because this is more of a realistic take on Batman. An example of this is definitely in the way that Gary Frank renders Batman's eyes, because in the Greg Capullo art style, the eyes are solid white. It's kind of like in the animated series, and Greg Capullo kind of cheats by using the brow to kind of show expression. Here, Gary Frank is actually allowed more freedom with that, because he can actually show you the eyes widening or closing and the iris just popping out a lot more. It's really great, and I really love this take on the character. Overall, if you're looking for a great place to start reading Batman and you're worried about continuity, pick up these 2 volumes out. You don't need to know anything else. They're self-contained, they're fun reads, they keep twisting and turning, you don't know where some characters are going to end up. Johns keeps playing with your expectations, and I think you will enjoy this. I give this one an 8.5 out of 10. If this is your first time checking out my channel, I do weekly reviews of comic books, trade paperbacks, special editions, hardcovers, all that good stuff, and I am covering manga pretty soon. I'm going through 20th Century Boys, and I've been enjoying that a lot. That'll be the first manga I cover on this channel. But check out some of my other videos. Let me know what you think. And if you've read Batman Earth 1 Volume 2 or Earth 1 Volume 1, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I love to hear back from you guys. You guys are awesome as always. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I'm going to put that in the description. Bye.